What's up, fellas, and welcome to another video with me, Vince, Modern Man Lifestyle. Thanks for joining. So look, it's always important to look good. It's always important to feel good.
I look good. I mean, really good. Hey everyone! Come and see how good I look!
Certainly, when you walk into a room and you're looking sharp, you're looking good, you get a new haircut, you're feeling, very, very focused, very, very on point. It's a good feeling, you get a lot of confidence from it. Now, today's video is going to be my top 3 tips for your facial appearance. So that includes teeth, beard, and hair. Now, just as a caveat, look, you can't choose the way your face looks. You can't choose if you've got good hair, receding hair, whatever color hair. You just got to work with what you've got. You've got to use the cards that are dealt to you. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the first one I'll focus on is teeth. Look at those pearly whites, baby. So yeah, look, teeth are really important. Every girl, every guy in the world is going to say there's nothing more bigger that turn off than terrible teeth. Just as when someone has good teeth, you really notice it. You're like, oh wow, great teeth. So there's 2 factors to that. One is like the straightness and one is the whitening. Now the first and easier one is teeth whitening. So what you can do, certainly in America, this is quite common, you can use Crest whitening strips. Now in the UK, you need to buy them online. They're about £50, but trust me, I used Crest whitening strips probably back in 2009 and that lasted me literally about 10 years. I had quite yellow canines before. The whitening strips have literally helped me massively, and I used them again probably about a year ago, which have kept me a nice white. They're not crazy peroxide white that would look ridiculous, but I do get compliments on the whiteness of the teeth. The other thing you can do is you can go to the dentist. It'll cost you about, in the UK, about £250, and they'll do the whole, I don't know, they bleach your teeth, they do things you wear in at night. It takes about 10 days. So those are your 2 options that I know of. I would recommend Crest whitening strips. I'll put a link below where you can buy them. I don't work for them. I'm not making any money off affiliating from them. I just recommend them personally. Now, straight teeth. Most people will have had braces at some point in their life, or retainer or something like that. When I was 11 or 12, my teeth were going front to back or too far out or something. I had a retainer that I slept in with at night that kind of rearranged it. It wasn't train tracks or anything. There are things you can do now. If you're in your mid-20s, 30s, 40s, whatever, you might be like, I don't want to get train tracks and look like a teenager. That's absolutely fine. You can get clear train tracks, but you can also get what's called Invisalign, which is like this kind of see-through gum thing, shield that goes up. I've had a female friend who had crooked teeth, and within about 6 months, they were looking amazing. I think she did it for a year, maybe 18 months in the end. I think you can pay for these monthly, so it's going to be a couple of grand at least, but you're going to see the benefits for the rest of your life, having straight teeth, more confidence. And really, I think it's a really good investment. If you can pay that monthly, that might be 50 quid, 100 quid a month for a couple of years. Like, if you don't have the cash flow, that's a great way of doing it. And just like, instead of going out and get drunk one night a month, just don't go out and get straight teeth. Number 2, beard and shaving.
Good shave.
Yeah, so look, again, you can't choose if you've got facial hair or not, where it comes in. Some people have different facial hairs. If you have facial hair, I would recommend getting a beard trimmer. I recommend stubble. So baby face or massive big beard, for me, the most compliments and the most things when I speak to girls is they like a little bit of facial hair, makes you look a little bit rugged, but also it's neat, it's tidy. So what I do is I go 4 millimeters all along here, my chin, my goatee area, the side of my face. I do a 4 millimeters all over. I then do a 3 on my mustache because that's a bit stronger, a bit darker, and that gives me like a very, very consistent, quite neat looking designer stubble on here. What I also do is I trim the little hairs that come up on my face, so it's quite a neat line, and then I trim under here for any flyaways. Now, if you do have facial hair, you might really suit a beard, you might suit, like a mustache, a goatee, whatever. This is probably the general, like a little bit of hair cut well is probably the most consistently liked, especially among girls, and how you're going to look. You might still look quite sharp in a suit. In terms of growing out a beard, seriously, try it. Try different types, try different things. It will see if your beard, your facial hair suits you, your facial bone structure, the clothes you wear. You might have style. Like I have a mate who has like quite a cool mustache. He just really goes with what he wears. It's not for everyone, but it's quite polarizing. So try that. If you've got facial hair but it's really light, or you're 21, it's not kind of darkened yet, I would actually recommend beard dye. So if you do have hair coming through, it's just patchy in terms of the color, it's maybe ginger, maybe it's like really, really light and you haven't, like, it's grown out dark yet. I certainly used that in my early 20s to give me a more consistent look. Now I don't need to. Early 30s, it just comes in quite a nice color, so I don't need to very often. But little tricky tip there. Just for men in the UK, just try and look for the color that matches your beard: black, brown, light brown, blonde, whatever. I'd recommend that. If you don't have facial hair, definitely don't use beard dye. It'll look like Flow Riders painted something on your face, so definitely don't do that. If you don't have any facial hair, just try and keep that really trim. Try and make sure you're shaving a close shave. What you don't want is, you see those people that can't grow a beard, that try and grow a beard, so they've got like little wisps all over their faces. That looks terrible. If you can't grow a beard, just commit and go clean shaven, looking sharp. And that's what you gotta do, fellas. Okay, third and final, haircut. Now, like most guys have probably had the same haircut for 10 years. We're not crazy about changing our hairs or dyeing different colors like girls do, seem to change their hair all the effing time. What I would recommend is look at this chart that I'm going to send a link. I'm going to put the thing up here, but I'll also attach like a link to it. And that shows you the type of face you have and what hairstyle goes best for guys. This is really cool actually, because for me, I don't shoot really short hair at the sides. I shoot longer hair, but up until the age of about 20, I had really skin short hair. Trust me, I looked terrible. I got absolutely no girls. And things got better when I started growing my hair out a little bit. If my hair gets too long, it doesn't look great either, so there's a sweet spot. So look at this chart, it'll show you, if you've got a diamond face, if you've got oblong, circle, long, whatever, and it will say these are the haircuts that will suit your facial shape. So that's quite a good way. Other thing you can do is go into like a hairdresser, and you can look at the magazines they have in there, and they'll have different guys' hairstyles in there. You can also speak to one of the women in the hairdresser and say, look, what do you think would work? I'm willing to try like a new style. Really just go out there, like your hair's gonna grow back. Most of your hair is gonna grow back. So, feel free. So don't be scared to take a risk and try something new. My recommendation is don't go to barbers. Like, it might be easy to say, well, it's only £3 for a haircut, but you get what you pay for. I go to a hairdresser, like a medium, like barber, crazy expensive hairdresser. I go to like a medium hairdresser, so it's just scissors. It's a good cut. She knows good hairstyles, and she is very good, very consistent. So I go there. I've been going there for a couple of years now, so she knows my haircut very well. And yeah, if you don't, if you're losing your hair or receding the hair, whatever, just think about what looks good. Like, don't, you can't choose if you got hair or not. There's two options. One is just appreciate you're going bald, commit to it, shave it all off, and just grow the beard out and go a bit like Jason Statham, The Rock. I mean, these guys are seriously attractive, buff guys that girls like, regardless of the fact they don't have hair on their head. The other option is hair transplantation. Now, I've never had it. I do have a close friend who got it. He went to Turkey, cost him a couple of grand. His hair looks phenomenal now. He had good hair when he was young, started losing it in his late 20s. By mid 30s, he had very little. He got a hair transplant. He looks like awesome now. That's not for everyone. I'm not recommending it because I've never had it, but it is an option. So depends what you want to do. If you really want your hair back, that's the only way, man. So look, I'm going to wrap up there, lads. That is your top 3 tips for facial appearance and how to look better. Hope that's helped. Please comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.